if labor is a big part of your business, then productivity is probably a key metric for your business and your jobs. This is for you. Our mission at Rivet is to enable every self-performing contractor to have a labor plan that they can execute against and that will ultimately improve their bottom line. Labor is what makes or breaks the profitability of most jobs. So that's why fundamentally what we believe at Rivet is that the labor plan and the active labor planning has a really profound impact on your company's labor productivity. The way you staff jobs, the way you move people and crew between jobs, and even the way you bid and pursue new work impacts your company's productivity. And that's why number two, you might be asking yourself, like, so what? Like of course we labor plan. Everyone does some level of labor planning, even if it's just forecasting the next 2 weeks. But making a good plan that you can actually execute against is extremely hard. And that's why we work with our partners to implement a workforce management business practice, which is how we help them get the best labor plan they can for their business. And this practice is just essentially a set of SOPs customized for their business that creates accountability. So number one is that planning impacts productivity. Number two is that it takes processes, it takes SOPs. We call this workforce management to have a great labor plan. And then number three, if you've ever left a weekly, biweekly, monthly manpower meeting for the plan you've made to no longer be accurate the moment everybody leaves the room, that's why you need a platform. Real-time information matters. To capture the value of the labor plan, you got to be able to execute against the plan in real time. Everyone has to have access to the most up-to-date and recent information. And that's why ultimately, to get the most out of it, you need to have a platform built for construction and fit for the task.
Because the labor plan is what you're measuring yourself against when you're talking about productivity. So when we're thinking about the labor plan, it's how you allocate all of your labor resources to execute against your portfolio of projects. And what Rivet as a platform kind of allows us to do is each of those project managers and general foremen is living in their job labor plan, able to build it, able to customize it based on the kind of work that they're performing and when they expect to peak and what their constraints are with access to the job site. And then all of that forecasted labor demand is automatically aggregated and you get your organizational level forecast of what all of your job's requirements are in time. And so you can see months, quarters, years out, what kind of jobs you need to be pursuing, what kind of staffing decisions you need to be making in order to be able to satisfy all of the labor demand and operate your business at that workforce capacity you guys are designed to succeed at.
How do you take a good situation and make sure that you capture as much of that value you've created for yourself as possible instead of just bleeding out that margin at the end? Or how do you take a bad situation and create the best outcome you can for yourself and your business? The best contractors that we work with have a very tight loop between percent complete on the job, their top line labor productivity on the job, and the plan to complete the remaining work. And again, our customers tell us the difference between the companies with that tight loop and those that don't have it is 5 to 6% gross margin.